Oh, all that. Didn't realise it was working then. If you're wondering what's happened, I had a fight with a lawnmower and lost. Or better yet, I walked into a farmer's field and got mistaken for a sheep. Not a Welsh farmer. Anyway, it's been another interesting week, hasn't it? Not only have we seen a new leadership spring up in Syria, who's apparently turned around and said that they're not going to do anything towards Israel. We're going to keep the treaty that Assad made with them a long time ago. Sit. Good boy. There we go. Good lad. Pardon me. But we also have an influx of drones flying over the US. That people are saying, the UFOs are all alien drones. Well, 90% of the videos that are posted anywhere are either planes, helicopters, or none of the above. Just drones. Probably military drones, to be fair, but even so, they're really pushing this narrative, aren't they? Yeah? I think what they're trying to do, more than anything, is completely discredit the whole field of ufology. Now, in some respects, it does that perfectly fine on its own. It don't really need any help. Just by some of the batshit claims that it has, and the amount that it's already been infiltrated and fucked about with. But in other ways, it kind of diverts attention away from what UFOs actually are. It's been used, the whole ufology field has been used to mask military black projects for decades. But it's also been confused with actual UFOs, which are, I've said this countless times, plasma beings. They're not craft. The lights in the sky are the beings themselves. It's something I've been covering in the Epic Wars and maybe Alien Tech series for quite some time, trying to get this sort of idea across. It looks to be working nowadays. More and more people are getting wise to it. I've said countless times, whenever it's nuts and bolts, it's ours. Whenever it's light, it's theirs. There's been talk of motherships flying around our solar system, daisy chaining drones off them. Well, this sounds an awful lot like the Kordylewski clouds. It's two massive clouds of plasma either side, pointing at either side of the Earth, and things break off of them and fly down. And then back up. After they've had a look at seeing what we're doing. Alright, mate. They also seem to be a hive of activity, massive amounts of electrical activity whenever anything significant happens on our little planet. When these things report back. So yeah, these drones and the military messing with everyone. So don't panic. Just ignore them. As for Algelani or Algelini or whatever it's called, Algelululu, Loopy-doo-doo, whatever it's called. I've heard lots of talk about him being a secret Israeli agent. Again, this is something I've covered ad nauseum on my channel. The vast majority of people who are commenting on this Middle East situation don't know anything about this Middle East situation, really. Don't really know how the world works either. They're blaming a smoke screen, a scapegoat, falling for the plan, basically. To be fair, some of these people who are reporting on it are quite new, right? New to this game and haven't really come across the actual power structure, nor have they come across the actual methods that they use. Yeah, I've always said, again, this is a Western intelligence-led operation. Syria is no different. Yeah, still no different. The fact that this guy was supposedly backed by ISIS is your first clue and the first lead that traces back to US and UK intel. They're a fictional entity, remember? Still are. This rebel group we've heard nothing from. It just suddenly appeared. Now, the mainstream media can go on about, well, they've been there for ages, we know they've been there for ages. Well, I've never heard of them. Never heard them reported on. Which makes me immediately track back to Al-Qaeda mercs. This guy, because they can't just turn up with a white guy, can they? Eh? A white Spec Ops guy. So they need someone Middle Eastern. In steps Al Jabuli, really. Eh? The nod to Israel isn't an admission of guilt. It's you're safe now. We've got it from our intel. The fact is that I dare say this is probably going to fall on deaf ears. It always does. People are too immersed in the Israel rules the world kind of narrative, and its inhabitants have control of everything. No, they don't. Like I've also said before, look for owners, not CEOs. CEOs are executives. They're an employee, not the owner. You all know who the owners are. You do a bit of extra digging past the Finks and the Zuckerbergs of this world, the Bezoses. You'll find the actual owners, and they ain't Jewish. And anyone who's pointing in that direction, mainly certain ladies whose names are associated with spiders, being one. They're just part of the intel game. If you watch my media Mindspace and Manipulation series, and I'll keep going on about it, but I showed you the documents. I provided you the documents even. As long as you're on Telegram. There's a bit too many to post the links for. Besides, they're all there in PDF for you to download anyway.